Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the Heartbeat of America. I'm going to give you my quick take on this event. First of all, this is a 2 lock-in 45 race to the prize car event. Then you're going to use the brand new Corvette ZR1 to try to finish all the way to race 60 if you want to push it that far. There is one stage 6 for the ZR1 in that final few races. However, let's first take a look at the lock-ins. You're going to lock in a existing car, the 2023 Corvette Z06. If you don't have this car already, you can see I have 3 of them partially built at various levels. And what I'm going to tell you is that this is a good car. Now, that being said, the Z06 is going to use Chevy Fusions. The ZR1 is going to use Chevy Fusions. So you're going to have to keep that in mind. The good news is you can acquire this for gold keys, 10 keys a shot. But actually, this was at one point, I believe, a Prestige Cup car, which is why I have so many of them. So people in the past have acquired it with silver keys. But if you never had one, and this is your chance to get it, you have the gold keys. This is a good car if you know how to tune it. It can be tuned in various ways: high evo, low evo, dyno beating. There's a variety of ways of setting it up to race the car, and for the most part, it's pretty effective in most of the slower lobbies. Anything slower than 9.2, this car is pretty good. Now, there's also the Z07 package one, which is a purple star. That's probably going to get sold because that's not likely to be available for gold keys. Second lock-in is a completely different car. This car is the Hennessy Resurrection, not to be confused with the Hennessy Exorcist, but the Resurrection, again, is an okay car. It's not that fast fully max. It's like a 7.5 car fully max, maybe run 7.3s, but it's just not that quick. It is different than a Chevy in the sense that it's a Hennessy, so it actually uses Hennessy Fusions, not Chevy Fusions. You're going to have to take a look at your Hennessy Fusions. This is a purple star car acquirable by gold keys, so it's not completely terrible thing to have, because for 20 keys or 100 gold keys, if you go to loyalty, you can get a purple star Hennessy Resurrection. Once you've acquired those two and have gotten to race 45, you will win the Corvette ZR1. Is the car worth it? Well, I just told you the Z06 is a great car. The ZR1 can only be better, right? Well, yes and no. The ZR1 is not bad. It's got good numbers, and it's basically a faster version of the Z06, Z07 to some degree. But where it differs from its other versions is that it really isn't that much of a dyno beater, and it's not tunable easily to be a dyno beater. Unlike, say, your Z06 cars, which you can kind of tweak for various dynos, this one pretty much is stuck on whatever dyno you give it. And that, on top of which, it only beats dyno slightly, even with full upgrades, makes it a challenging car to truly use in live against its lesser siblings, so to speak. Does that make this car less useful in the long run? Not necessarily. The current matchmaking disfavors dyno beaters. It favors still cars with high evo to some degree if you know how to get advantage with these cars by driving it a certain way. So you got to lose some to win more. That's basically the way live works, and that's a whole separate video which you can look up in my channel. I have some discussions on the likely changes to recent live racing matchmaking. Now, all that being said, what is my verdict on this particular event? Well, given we're getting event after event after event, you always have to think ahead about the next event. How much resources am I going to burn before I get to the next event? We haven't heard much about American Road Trip coming up yet, but I suspect it's coming. And when it comes, it's going to use a lot of American model car fusions. So burning everything up for the ZR1, is it worth it? Maybe. There's a good chance the way natural motion works is this car will be used in something in the future as a lock-in, and if you don't get it, you may miss out. Is it definite? No, but likelihood is high. So at least acquiring the car might be beneficial to you if you have the resources. Again, with 2 decent cars in the mix for adding to your garage for potential use in live, I think it's worth it to at least pursue the event. The Resurrections, obviously, something that's going to take a lot more resources to build than your typical CA06. But again, none of these are going to be easy for new players. These fusions are not available from stripping cars other than the particular brand, and none of these brand cars in Chevy or Hennessy are sold for in-game cash. So you're definitely going to be using bronze keys, crates, those kind of things to build these cars. The rewards I don't really talk about too much. They're usually not going to be enough to cover the cost of building these cars, but if you have built versions, it's not so bad. I mean, if your cars are already built and you just have to set them to run to get the ZR1, you'll get there pretty easily. I will warn you that the ZR1 crates will likely be paid. That's because Natural Motion wants to make money off of these events somewhere, and making one crate paid is almost a given at this point. So overall, this is a possible free to acquire prize car for many older players, and it is not completely free in the sense that you have to have earned the resurrection either before, or you're going to spend some gold keys to get it now. Gold keys are not that difficult to come by if you're pretty active in milestone crews, but saving up 100 still takes time, and we've been having a lot of these 20 per pole type cars coming out. The resurrection is not a must-have, but it is not a terrible car either. All right, well, overall, I say if you got it, go for it. Certainly, it's a nice car. I'm obviously biased towards the CA Corvette, so I am definitely going to try to get it, since I will never likely own one of these ZR1s in real life, but I have its much lesser siblings in my garage, and lesser to this car as well. I don't even have the Z06, but nonetheless, I am a CA owner and I am a fan, so definitely I am going for this. In any case, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like my channel and like my takes on these events coming out, subscribe, hit the bell, and you get notified when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.